nigga like me, man.
Oh, yeah.
I love the game.
Yeah.
I love the hustle.
Y'all know what time it is.
A nigga could leave the league.
You just tuned in to the most exclusive podcast in the city, in the state. Mogul Moves Only.
I need a meal a day. Gotta make me a meal.
Oh yeah, we got a lot of big things going on right now, man. A lot of juiciness in the studio. A lot of juiciness in the streets. A lot of drama going on, man. A lot of new music being released. And we gonna be on this Mogul swag today. Happy holidays to all my followers out there. Yeah. So I need a meal a day. Yo, you just tuned in to, again, the most exclusive podcast in the city. Mogul Moves Only with your boy Big D the Mogul, a.k.a. Suge Diddy, a.k.a. Big Thanos, a.k.a. Heaven on Earth, a.k.a. I'm going to go with this new name, you know what I'm saying, Dry Rub Shawty, you know what I'm saying, because I'm already good without the sauce, you know what I'm saying, I don't even need the drip, you know what I'm saying, just with the seasoning alone, I'm good without the sauce, you dig? Dry Rub Shorty in the building. Hey, man, I appreciate y'all tuning in to Mogul Moves Only, and you know, just before we get started, man, please, for all my listeners, all my subscribers, everybody that's out there, please continue to share, make sure to go comment, subscribe on my YouTube channel if you hadn't already, Spotify. You can find me on iTunes, Apple Music. Please make sure to share, make sure to comment. Most importantly, make sure to rate. But on the YouTube, man, we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. So please share, man. Share the podcast. We making Mogul Moves over here for real. You know what I'm saying? Also, you know what I'm saying? This episode of Mogul Moves Only is brought to you by, again, no other than Mogul Media Studios. Looking for the ultimate quality experience, just the best audio quality to bring your next project to life, man. Please make sure to book your next session with Mogul Media Studios. We have a team of qualified engineers ready to take your project to the next level. So, again, you can reach out to Mogul Media Studios at www.mogulmediastudios.com. On the website, man, you can book your time. You can book your engineer. You can listen to new mixes that the engineers have done to see who works better for you, man. I guarantee they're going to give you a vibe. But if you're not an online person, again, you can call 469-399-0197. Again, use the code Mogul Moves Only. Not only will you get an extra hour free when you book 3 hours or more, but I'm also going to knock off $10 off the overall price. So that's dope, man. So use that code, promo code Mogul Moves Only, to get your discount on your next session. Also, if you ever want to be a guest on Mogul Moves Only, I get people asking me all the time, like, yo, Big D, I want to be on the show. Cool. I want you on here. So how do you get on Mogul Moves Only? Very simple. All you have to do is send an email to teammogulmedia@gmail.com. I'm going to say that one more time, teammogulmedia@gmail.com. Just give us a little bit of information about, you know, what you're working on, what you're releasing. Is it a project? Is it a book? Is it a product? Saying if it's a movement that you're behind, send that information to us. We're going to look over it, and I promise we're going to reach out to you, whether it's a yay or nay, but we're going to reach out to you and let you know how we want to move forward, and then we'll schedule that date. So that's teammogulmedia@gmail.com. Also, if you want to be a sponsor, you know, we got this lovely green screen behind me. So that means on this green screen, we could put up all type of videos, all type of products, all type of imagery, you know, to showcase that amazing product. And we definitely got some sponsorship packages for all our partners out there who would like to just partner up with us and get that product out there to all our thousands of listeners, tens of thousands of listeners on YouTube, Spotify, and across. We definitely want to help you out. So teammogulmedia@gmail.com. And we'll definitely work with you and get that product out there to be heard, man. So appreciate y'all. You know, always got to get the business out the way. Yesterday was amazing. Or Friday was amazing. Cash App Fridays, man. Every Friday, people. Every Friday, I'm giving y'all a chance to make some money, man. Real easy money, man. All you got to do is answer a question, man. Just answer the question. Subscribe. and, get your dinner paid for Friday. You know what I'm saying? You might got a little date you got going on, man. That little extra cash from that Cash App from Mogul, from Big D to Mogul might help you. You know what I'm saying? You may have enough money for the tickets, but now you got some popcorn and a drink. I'm trying to lace you up. Every Friday, Cash App Friday, man, I'm digging in my bag. I'm throwing you some coins, man. All you have to do is simply answer the question correctly and subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's it. Answer the question correctly, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Depending on how many people it is, I'm going to put you into a draw. And then whoever wins, boom, I'm sending you some money directly to your Cash App. That simple, people. So, hey, if you need some money, telling you, Mogul Moves only here, man. We blessing the game. We putting money in people's pockets. How easy and how simple is that, man? So Cash App Fridays, listen to that, man. I'm going to I always said I was going to drop a question in this interview, but if you follow my Instagram page at BigD_the Mogul, typically put a picture up there. And I put the question under that caption, Cash App Friday. So please make sure people to look into that, man. Cash App Friday, follow me. And so you can win some money. Every Friday I'm doing that. Next segment, you know what I'm saying? Music business. As I always tell y'all, man, music business, music is my passion. Music is, my calling to life, man. I absolutely enjoy it. Whether it's on the business side, whether it's on the artistic, creative side, I love it all, man. For those who know me, I've been doing this for a long time. But since music business is dear to my heart, as y'all know in the last episode, we talked about PROs, performance rights organizations. I apologize for last week, man. I kind of got sidetracked looking on this Facebook Live, man, and answering questions on there, and didn't even get to finish my complete thought. So I'm going to just touch back a little bit on that. So a performance rights organization, like we discussed last week, again, as a refresher, is your BMIs, your ASCAPs, your CSECs. Pretty much there's no real big difference other than CSEC. You can't just join it. You have to be invited to be a part of CSEC. Some of the most notable people that was on CSEC is Michael Jackson. So you already know what type of people they are after. But really all PROs are as performance rights organizations to help composers and songwriters recoup on royalties from whether it's streaming, whether it's mechanical sales such as CDs or things of that nature. They make sure that you get your money. Notice I said for composers and songwriters, not artists. You could be an artist and still not be entitled to royalties, because if someone else wrote the song and if someone else made the beats, that's who gets the royalties, people. It's not the artist. However, if you are the artist who so happen to make the beats, and because some do, like J. Cole, and then also write your own lyrics, which most people do, hey, that's cool. Now you are a songwriter and a composer, and that means you are entitled to royalties. So just wanted to brush that up. Make sure that if you are already with a performance right organization, or PRO as we call it, make sure you get signed up today. BMI ASCAP, like I said, ASCAP may be $50 or so to get on. BMI is free, but start monetizing your money today. You're monetizing your songs today, people. That's important. Even if you release it on a digital platform or on SoundCloud or anything, and you're not charging for it, you still should get credit for those streams. So, hey, also, you can always look into SoundScan and Sound Exchange. Yeah, SoundScan and Sound Exchange. Kind of do the same thing. They focus more so on the digital streaming of your music. Definitely take advantage, monetize, get yourself out there. I'm going to spend one day, though, talking about digital distribution, which one is better, whether it's CD Baby or, DistroKid or TuneCore. We'll talk about that probably on the next week episode to, get your music all on digital streaming platforms, also known as DSPs. So with that being said, now that we went over refresh over the PRO, the next thing I want to talk about on the music business segment that's very, very, very important is artist producer split sheets. I think this is one of the most overlooked, probably one of the most simplest piece of paperwork you can do. And at the end of the day, it probably becomes the most important piece of paper that you're going to do in composing a song. So artist producer split sheet, all in a nutshell of what it is you sitting down with a producer and a group of songwriters, and you're deciding how we're going to allocate these funds or divide these funds or divide the royalties amongst each other. Who get paid what? So, as I said with a PRO, the only people that collect royalties are composers and songwriters. So, as we can put in hip hop, producers, and whoever wrote the raps or the lyrics. So with that was saying, normally on the splits, everything is normally just split 50-50. You know, half pretty much goes to the songwriter, half normally goes to the composer. However, there are certain caveats. Number one, paperwork is paperwork. So that, to me, anything in business can be negotiated. So, you know, you can talk the composer down to he get 5%, you know what I'm saying, and you get the rest. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how you can negotiate anything you want, but standard is usually the composer gets 50%, the songwriters get 50%. Let's throw another, I guess, a little wrench in it. Let's say there's a feature on the album or in the song. How does that work? Well, typically, the producer, the composer still gets 50%, and the other 50% will be split amongst the writers. So, you know, if you and the other songwriter on the song both split the songs wrote the song equally, then that 50%, y'all would split it 25-25. You know, if you add a third person to the rings, then y'all would split that 3 ways. If y'all choose to split it that way equally, 3 parts, but producer would get 50%, songwriters would get 50%. Let's say you have a sample. Let's say you sampled James Brown and you got the sample cleared. And when you went to go get the sample clear, whoever's the owner of his portfolio or his publishing will say, okay, you can get this James Brown sample cleared, but we want 75% of overall royalties of the song. So what that would mean is the producer and the songwriter would now split the other 25%. It can go that way. So that means, you know, James Brown estate gets 70%. The other remaining, let's say, 75%. The other 25% that's left over, you know, you and the producer would split that. What's that? 12.5% apiece. If there's another songwriter on that song, that means, you know what I'm saying, that 12.5 is going to be divided in half, and y'all going to split that part. So sometimes getting all these samples in your songs can make it sound dope, but it can cost you a lot in the end. So that's that. But a split sheet, I would say every artist should have these on deck whenever going in the studio. Split sheets allows an artist to know that if the song pop off, this is how we're going to get paid. But a lot of times, most artists just go into the studio, they just record, and then the song pops off, no paperwork is done, and of course, everybody feel like they deserve $100 million because everybody feel like they gave the most input into the song. So it's very simple. Before you get started with the song or right after the song is finished, that's cool. Sit down with each other, pull out the paperwork real quick and say, hey, man, this is a split sheet. Let's go ahead and knock that out. To me, a fair way is just go ahead and split everything evenly. However, you know, you can be a businessman however you want. It's always things up to negotiation, especially with me. This is my little secret. I know dealing with producers, if I have to pay you for a record up front, then in my opinion, I'm gonna give a work for hire. Forget it. If you don't believe in me and you say, yo, you want the bread now, then I'm gonna pay you whatever you ask for the exclusive up front. Then I'm gonna give you a work for hire contract, and I'm gonna own all the exclusives, and all the royalties is just gonna go to me going forward. That's how I operate if I had to pay up front, but to each their own. You know what I'm saying? You may pay up front and then you still may do it the normal splits. That's cool to you. But most importantly, at the end of the day, take that few extra moments to just do those split sheets. Get that out there to people, man. Get it out. Get your business order together, because you never know what song may pop, man. And that's very, very, very important. You can find split sheets templates all over online, man. They're very, very simple to do, very simple to fill out. Pretty much you just need the artist IPI number or songwriter or composer IPI number or social. What I mean by IPI is that is the number that is designated to you once you sign up with a PRO, performance organization. This is how they track and monetize and pay out all royalties to that particular composer or songwriter. So but you can definitely find templates for Splitsheets all over online. But again, make sure to do that. That's very important in the studio, people. So let's monetize. That's the music segment. Next thing we're going into the topics, man. A lot of big things been happening. As you can see, Cardi B, Offset going through their marital problems. Am I going to really touch on that too much? Nope. It's really not that serious to me. They're going through what marriage couples go through, but most importantly, they're going through what famous entertainment people go through. I hate to see that they have to deal with all of this in a media spotlight, but never want to see anybody break up, home break up. So I definitely hope they work that out. Shout out to Offset, pleading to get his lady back, man. That stuff is crazy. What else going on? The big news right now, Kanye West and Drake. Hey, right now it is heating up. If y'all not familiar with it, as we already know, earlier in the year, there was a big beef between Drake and Pusha T. As you know, Drake was called out to Wyoming where Ye was working on his album, and Drake was helping Ye on the album write and create. In the midst of all of this, Drake was getting ready to drop his release album. What album this year? Was it Scorpion King or whatever? Scorpion, whatever came out. And prior to the rollout of that album, Pusha T got some insight. As y'all know, Pusha T was the one who released that Drake had a son. Pusha T is the one that interrupted that whole Adidas rollout. And so, of course, Drake, who addressed it on LeBron James and Maverick podcast, explaining that he felt like it was Kanye who released that information. And as you know, Kanye went on the defensive and always said that it wasn't him that gave Pusha T any information about the kid. He didn't have anything to do with that. Of course, Drake felt like who else Pusha T would have gotten that information from, since Drake was just in the studio letting Kanye hear some of his music. So of course Drake felt slated, and then Pusha T finally went on the Joe Budden podcast, and he released that it was not Kanye West who gave him any information about his child in the Adidas rollout. In fact, it was his longtime friend and producer, Drake's longtime friend and producer, 40. He said 40 was pillow talking to a young lady who Pusha T so happened to know. And Pusha T said she was the one that revealed all the information about Drake rollout, him having a kid. That's how he came up with that information. And now, as you know, the diss tracks went back and forth. I'm sorry I'm going back, but I felt like I had to go back and give y'all, for those who may not know, the whole Drake beef with the whole Good Money camp right now. Had to go back a little bit. So here, fast forward to the last few days, or let me go back to the diss tracks. A lot of the diss songs or the diss lyrics that Drake was dropping, a lot of people felt like they really wasn't towards Pusha T, but that he was more so dissing Kanye more than Pusha T. So now, fast forward to recently, Kanye West gets a text from a mutual friend, I guess, of him and Drake, a guy named Free. Not familiar who Free is, unless it's Free from 106 and Park. Free, I don't know, or Freeway. I don't think he has any contact, but you never know. But Freeway was one of my guys, State Property. Anyway, Free sent a text message to Kanye saying Drake sent in a clearance request for Say What's Real. Do you want to clear? Oh, man. So it begins to get deep. So here it is in the midst of all this feud, all this beefing. Kanye West, Drake reaches out to Kanye for clearance for a song. So Kanye replied on Twitter on December 13th saying, like, still need that apology for mentioning the 350s and you trying to take food out of your idol's kid's mouth. I kind of jumped out. I didn't want to read that one. Actually, I want to read the one where he was talking about no apology. I can't find him. Anyway, pretty much Kanye was just like, yo, how you going to ask me for a clearance and I still haven't gotten an apology? It went on to a lot more Twitter rants of Kanye. Kanye get to talking about a victim of his mental illness and Drake is trying to bully him, things of that nature. Kanye said that Drake, all you need to do is just call me. Let's hash it out. I guess Drake went ahead and called Kanye, but it wasn't for an apology. As Kanye came back, he said Drake threatened him. I'm wondering what that conversation was about, like what it was like. Like, did Drake call Kanye and just like, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, I ain't apologizing. We're going to pull up on you. For Kanye to come back and say, man, like, you don't threaten North and I forgot the other baby name. What is it? Is it Chicago? I don't think. Maybe he said that North and Shy's dad. You know what I'm saying? He said that, but it's Kanye being like dramatic. Kim Kardashian, she chimed in. Do y'all think like Drake was on the phone and he was really going in on Kanye, or do you think Kanye used this as he took probably the minimalist thing and immediately created a threat to just kind of run out here and go on a rant? I mean, another thing, Kanye's throwing out this whole mental health bipolar thing. Do you think he has a legitimate reason to talk about mental health? I mean, I ain't gonna say legitimate reason to talk about mental health, but do you think like right now, him and this beef between Drake has anything to do with his mental health? Or do you think like Drake is valid for feeling the way he feel? I'm gonna kind of give my opinion. I think Kanye is absolutely going through something mental. I'm not gonna take that away from him. I'm not a doctor either, but I believe he absolutely going through something mental. But I also know that Kanye is a genius as well, and I believe he's also being overly dramatic to use and spin things in his favor to keep his name kind of relevant and keep it going. I think this is on almost like an inverse Tekashi 6ix9ine. You know how like Tekashi was good at trolling and really just going at people and being disrespectful towards people. I think Kanye is trolling, but he's good instead of trolling and being a bully. He's good at trolling and making him being a super victim. That everyone that's coming at him or everybody that's talking about him or anybody that says anything against him is an attack on mental health and things of that nature. I don't really buy that. I think that because you got in mental health or not, you don't get no passes. People could still call you out on the bullshit. I just think that still at the end of the day, it's up to you to go get the help that you need. And I believe that Kanye is getting the help that he needs, hopefully, seeing someone that can really help him collect his thoughts. But do I think Drake threatened him? Probably not to the extent of how crazy Kanye acting. I think this may be dramatics. I think this may be a little bit of acting, but maybe just me being a little bit too insensitive. I apologize if that's the case. But nonetheless, man, I hope they get things squashed out. I hope they get everything worked out. I doubt this is one of those things that would turn violent, but you never know. I don't see Kanye cut that way. But as Kanye said in one of his tweets, everybody knows somebody. Everybody got a crash dummy on their team that's willing to do whatever, whenever for the person that's on top. So hopefully we can keep this clean, keep it on wax, get this taken care of, and it don't spill street. But between him, they just too big. I don't think that will ever happen. But you never know. Next up, man, we got Jacquees saying he's the king of R&B. My thing about Jacquees is being the king of R&B. I haven't heard of his music, so right now for me, I'm gonna say no, he's not the king of R&B. And for Jacquees to scream out that he is the king of R&B further validates why I think R&B is dead. Because R&B artists are having to use a lot of hip hop techniques to stay relevant. You know, you never heard Prince have to call himself the king of R&B. You never had to hear Michael Jackson call himself the king of pop. They didn't self-proclaim anything. These titles was bestowed upon them because of their work ethic. You know, only in the hip-hop game we start talking about we the greatest, we the best of all time. So this lets me know that R&B is dead. Nobody cares about R&B. I'm going to be honest. When you go to the club, don't nobody care about the old days when you used to can wait for the slow song to come on and you found the one chick you've been eyeing all night and this is your chance to slide in and give her that smooth, you know, slow gyration to let her know that you got that work. Those days is gone. You know what I'm saying? You don't go to the club and hear no slow song. So R&B is dead. And again, all these cats on there arguing about who the king of R&B is, it's irrelevant. But if I had to choose who the king of R&B is, I would say the king of R&B in my mind right now is Chris Brown still. I mean, nobody's put as much work as him. I mean, Trey Songz has always been there, but I don't know. Chris Brown always came with them bangers. It's still very hip hop infused, but I mean, really him and Trey Songz. I mean, Usher just dropped a new project with Metro Boomin, but again, R&B as we know today is all infused with hip hop. There's no clear R&B. You don't get that real love music no more. So Jacquees claiming to be the king of R&B, it doesn't matter because R&B is dead. So that's my opinion on that. I'm moving on from that shit. Another thing that's popping right now, or popular right now, if you haven't heard, but Facebook just caught another bug, and this bug is crazy. According to USA Today, like Facebook pretty much made almost 6 million people, or 6.8 million people who use a Facebook login and gave permission to third-party apps to access their photos were all probably victims of a social media bug that was disclosed this past Friday that gave hackers potential access to a bunch of unposted pictures. So pretty much all them news that you got sitting, them peen shots that you got sitting in that phone, all them twerk videos that you got unsent on that phone that you've been turning up on, talking about you ain't gonna never send to nobody. Now, if you've been logging into social media, even if those pictures wasn't uploaded, it says that these hackers got access to all these photos and pictures. 6.8 million people were affected. So hopefully it wasn't you, man. But hey, make sure y'all go do those two-way authentications, man, instead of just having your password to get in, because people hacking in, people stealing shit. You know what I'm saying? They put my pin picture out. I ain't got nothing to worry about. It ain't much there to see. It's just going to be just a balls in the head, a little turtle shell. So I ain't worried about none of that. You can't embarrass me. I mean, I guess you could. That would be embarrassing. Depends. Just give me a warning before you release mine. All right? But like other than that, man, a couple of album releases that just came out recently that I enjoyed. Kodak Black just dropped this new project, Dying to Live. Gucci Mane dropped his joint, Evil Genius. Highly enjoy both projects. Definitely very, very dope. Kodak Black, man, I really like the kid, man. I like his flavor. I like his style. Kodak Black is very simple, but he really, really give you some content. By the way, thinking of Kodak Black, I saw the situation of him on Hot 97 with Ebro. Haven't saw the full interview, but I did see the clip where Kodak Black walked out. A lot of people were just like, Ebro was trying to police him, trying to get him to talk about his case, even though Ebro just said that he couldn't talk about the case, but he was trying to set Kodak Black up to incriminate himself. How do I feel about it? I mean, I guess you can look at it a couple. I feel like Ebro could have approached the situation a lot differently, especially if especially if you're looking out for Kodak Black and you're looking out for the victims and you're really trying to get a message out there about assault. Definitely could have asked the question a lot differently. And I think it could have been opened up to something better. Or 9 and 10, you knew that he couldn't talk about it already anyway. I feel like Ebro could have just left that part out. Once everything got sought out, and if he was found guilty or found innocent or exonerated or whatever, then bring him back on the show and then have that conversation. I didn't feel like it had to end like that. And it very relevant question. However, the approach of that question was bad. So I understand. Shout out to the Kodak Black, though. That shows a lot of maturity of his part, on his part, how he got up and walked out instead of being the typical Kodak Black that we used to seeing, who probably would have nutted up and went crazy in there. But, you know, Ebro know how to hold his own anyway. But check out this new project, man. I thought the songs was dope. Dying to Live, definitely a good, solid project. Got some good features on there. You know, as y'all know, the most popular song, ZZ, that joint dope. But he got a lot of good music on there. Gucci Mane dropped his project, Evil Genius. As you already know with Gucci Mane, he going to come with them bangers. He going to come with that simple content. But I always wonder, like, man, what's keeping Gucci from just becoming... Like, why hasn't he had, like, that Jeezy run where he just that superstar? I mean, was it a lot of his incarceration just constantly killing his buzz? he come out, new man in shape, you know what I'm saying? But now they pointing at the Gucci clone. Do we like the sober Gucci? That's terrible. That's terrible. A lot of people are like, nah, man, I like the drug, ignorant, didn't care about nothing Gucci. Do we see a difference? But something is holding Gucci back from like really, to me, hitting that level. But his influence on the game is crazy. I mean, Migos, Young Thug, Rich Homie Quan, a lot of people came out of that Gucci camp. But I'm just trying to see when it's going to take for Gucci become that top tier artist. You know what I'm saying? All of that, man. I apologize for that. Let's see what else we got going on. I normally do a next segment called Bullshit of the Week. But, man, you know what? I didn't even research nothing for a Bullshit of the Week, so we're going to go past that, man. But anyway, I appreciate everybody, man, been rocking with us, man. It is Christmas time now, people. A lot of things is going up. I definitely hope that everybody out there, man, have a good Christmas this year. You know what I'm saying? I hope, y'all jingle bells all through the house, man. I hope y'all got toys and all that good stuff out there, man. But Merry Christmas to everybody that celebrate Christmas. For those who don't, then don't. But, man, don't go broke trying to buy all these toys for these kids. 2 weeks later, those toys going to be gone, man. I know my son Logan, he loves Gatorade tops and Powerade tops and Ozarka, water bottle tops. Anything with a top, Logan love tops. So if you got a top, please send me that top. But I hope y'all have a great Christmas, man. A happy new year. It's going to be live, man. A lot of things going on. I have to turn it down so I don't get hit with no royalty stuff. But, hey, happy holidays, happy new year, man. 2019 is here, man. I'm planning on big things for Mogul Moves only. I'm planning on taking this to the next level. I just launched the Mogul Network, so check that out. Tierra's World on the Mogul Network, check that out. I'm looking for other shows to bring on to the Mogul Network. So if you got ideas or you think you got a talent to help me take this platform to the next level, please reach out again at teammogulmedia@gmail.com. But today, man, I got a dope guest coming through. You know what I'm saying? The one and only, you know what I'm saying? He about 6'5", you know what I'm talking about? We're going to call him 6'5" Shorty. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? The only person I know that got an image of himself on his chain, you know what I'm saying? Swagged out. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to tell you, how much that jewelry is worth on his neck. We just going to keep that on the low. You know what I'm saying? But big things popping. I got my dude GuallaMann Slim checking in with your boy Big D the Mogul, making Mogul Moves, man. So we're going to tune in. We're going to chop it up about the music business. We're going to talk about life. You know how we do. We just going to kick it. So, hey, sit back, relax, man. We're going to enjoy this interview. Hey, make sure to subscribe, comment, share. This your boy Big D the Mogul, Suge Diddy, Big Thanos. Dry rub shawty, because I'm good before the drip. I'm good before the sauce. You dig? Peace out.
I got the plan.
Oh, yeah.
Your baby mama, she be
hey, man, I got a real special treat for y'all today.
Bang.
Hey, y'all already know what time it is, man. Y'all just tuned in to the most exclusive podcast in the city, in the state, in the space, out of space, any place, in your face.
On the low.
But you got to keep that on keep it on the low. With that, gotta keep it on the. And I got a big heavy hitter hitting with me today, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all probably know him as 6'5" Shouty. That's my new name for him. Yeah.
Hey, keep it on the low. I'ma serve a nigga re-rock.
Keep that on the low. Yeah.
In the drive with Carlito. Hey, shout out my nigga, man.
We on go.
We on go.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
That's a go.
Hey, man. This
Get
probably my single for the winter time right now.
Them players trying to score.
I got GuallaMann Slim in the building.
Hey.
Guala.
Hey.
Guala.
Hey.
Guala.
Hey, man, I don't think they ready, man.
Guala.
Baby, I just want that though.
Guala.
Shot right to the triple D.
Yo, you go ahead and turn that down, Mario. Yo, again, man, you just tuned in to the most exclusive podcast in the city.
You did.
Mogul Moves only with your boy, Big D the Mogul, a.k.a. Suge Diddy.
Huh.
Again, a.k.a. Illuminati Jack. A.k.a. Big Thanos. A.k.a. Mr. Dry Rub, because I'm good before the drip. I'm good before the sauce. You know what I mean? I'm straight out the oven, and I'm good. And, you know, before I even go in the oven, I'm already seasoned. I'm on point. You know what I'm saying? Yo, so, and I got a amazing artist with me today.
GuallaMann.
Got a fire single right now that he's pushing heavy.
You dig.
I'm quite sure you already heard us say On The Low like 20-something times, On The Low.
Got drill in their head, man.
Got a new single, On The Low.
Yeah.
On YouTube, On The Low.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On Instagram, I mean, not Instagram, but on Spotify, Apple Music, On The Low. You know what I'm saying?
Catch me moving through the city on the
low.
low. Yeah,
I got
man.
my guy in the building. You know what I'm saying? I gave him the name 6'5" Shouty.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
I'm
saying?
fucking with it.
Got my guy in the building. Y'all might know him as Slim Wonder.
The young,
You know
young
what I'm saying?
stunner.
You might just know him as, I don't know, y'all probably know him just as Slim. I don't know what his government name is. Probably Jeffrey or Walter
It's something like that. It's real
or Reginald.
close.
But we ain't gonna give out no government. But I got my guy in the building, GuallaMann Slim. What up, though, homie?
Bag.
You know what I'm saying? I
My
appreciate
boy,
you
man,
coming through.
I appreciate you having me, man. It's our love, man. This is long overdue, man.
Hey, for sure,
It's long overdue, man.
For sure. But you know the timing is perfect.
Yes, you can't rush perfection.
You know what I'm saying? I tell people all the time, man, it's good to do a press run when you got something to release. Got something for people to go back and check you out on, man. So I appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule to stop by and kick it with a Mogul.
Hey, man, I had to, man. You know what I'm saying? Bosses link up like that, man. Listen,
People don't know, man, we just came off from Atlanta twice.
in like 1 month.
1 month. Exactly. That's what it was. We hit Atlanta twice.
On the move.
A3C, then we've been back for the core DJ. You know what I'm saying? What did you think about Atlanta, man?
Man, Atlanta was definitely dope, man. Like I really like the music scene, you know what I'm saying? Like the underground scene is real, like, you know what I'm saying? I could see why they call it Black Hollywood. You know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying? Like if you go out there and you network, meet the right people, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Everything is a business, but that's like for people like musicians, that's where we gotta go to, man. It's just like
Especially hip hop.
Yeah.
Especially if you're in that hip hop bag,
it
man.
is, man. It is.
So I see, you've been working heavy.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Out here politicking, pushing the new single, On The Low. Mm-hmm. So, man, tell us a little bit about that single, On The Low, man. Where can people find that single?
Well, you can find it on all digital platforms. You can find it on Spotify. You got the YouTubes, you know what I'm saying? Just type in On The Low, GuallaMann Slim with the $. That's GuallaMann Slim.
Okay.
With the $. But we got on Tidal, you know what I'm saying? Apple Music, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's on all digital streaming platforms, you know what I'm saying? So y'all get a chance, definitely go check that out. Download it. Got new music on the way as well.
So I see you also dropped the video as well with the single. So you can go stream the video as well, right?
Yes, you can stream the video as well.
And where can you find that video?
I believe on Apple Music.
Okay.
I think you can watch the video too on Apple Music.
Okay. And you got it on YouTube?
YouTube.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Type in On The Low, GuallaMann Slim. Got the link in my bio. Y'all follow me on Instagram at Slim1. That's SLIM1NA. And yeah, man, you Google it, man. All them links gonna pull up, man.
Okay, and for
Shout
sure.
out my boy Hypno.
And so for people hearing this, I know they're going to fall in love with you. For those, who haven't heard the music, haven't had a chance to talk to you or hear you communicate as a person, man. If somebody in the end decided that, I want a feature, I want to book him for a show, how can they find Slim?
Man, get in contact with my manager, man, TG Management, man. Like, she very accessible, you know what I'm saying? TG Management 06 at gmail.com.
Okay.
On Instagram at TG Management, Facebook, all social media, Facebook outlet, Twitter,
Okay.
TG Management. But if you definitely want to book me, you know what I'm saying, features, shows, quinceañeras, weddings, I ain't even tripping.
Bar mitzvahs. Yeah.
Like I'm everywhere like thin air. You know what I'm saying?
Performing at a funeral.
Hey, you know what? If I can bring joy to somebody in a time of need, why not? You know what I'm
You
saying?
gonna perform, keep it on the low at a funeral.
On the low.
You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Rest in peace. On the
The
low.
low. On the
You know what I'm
low.
saying?
So let's talk about the song On The Low, man. So I see you partnered up with Hypno Carlito.
Yes, sir.
How did that link up with that whole feature? How did that come about?
Out politicking at like South by Southwest, you know what I'm saying? He a street dude. He moved like I move, you know what I'm saying? Ran into him, got the politic with him, you know what I'm saying? He a stand-up guy, you know what I'm saying? Ain't show nothing but love, you know what I'm saying? Like I like messing with people who are authentic. You know what I'm saying? A lot
No
of people
doubt.
in this industry don't be what they like present themselves to be, I guess.
For sure.
So I like to mess with people who like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just like everybody else, but I'm not like everybody else, if you get what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like I put my pants leg on one leg at a time like everybody, so I can conversate with anybody, you know what I'm saying? I take time out of my day, it don't matter like if you're homeless or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying?
No
But
doubt.
he real humble, like I'm humble, you know what I'm saying? We got the link up, you know what I'm saying?
So did y'all create that song together in the studio? Did you already have a song and you sent it to him and he sent back with a verse? How'd that go?
No, we was in the studio actually. We was politicking, you know what I'm saying, just doing what players do, you know what I'm saying, out of South by, you know what I'm saying? I'm just kind of like, you know what I'm saying, like linking up with them, you know what I'm saying, giving them a Texas tour kind of thing, you know what I'm saying? But we out there, you know what I'm saying, just politicking and was in the studio. He was like, hey man, if you want to work, you know what I'm saying, before we leave, you know what I'm saying, you got something, let me hear it. So I had a couple beats in the catalog, so you know what I'm saying, I kind of played this one first. He like, oh yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
And then I kind of played another one that I was kind of feeling was the one, you know what I'm saying? I was like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to let him go what he feel like, you know what I'm saying? So went in there, like kind of did the hook off the head, you know what I'm saying? He went in there, did his thing, came back to Dallas, finished it like the next week, and put it in the vault.
That's what's up, man. So the song going hard, keep it on the low.
Yeah,
on the
appreciate
low.
it.
You know what I mean? I really enjoyed the song. It's definitely a banger. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. I kind of look at hits or great music if I can do a few things. Number one, if I can work out to your music, because I got some music I can work out to and some music that's better for other things.
True.
But if the music can kind of cross platform a couple of different moves I'm in, I think it's a good song. Like what I mean is, number one, if I can listen to it in the gym and work out to it, I'm rocking with it. But if that same song I can listen to on my way to the club, like I like to pregame before I go to the club. Usually my pregame type music is like Rick Ross. You know what I'm saying? They give me my boss mood, my mogul mood, feeling myself, you know what I'm saying?
Theme music.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's a good theme music, like just the vibe. It gives me not an OG vibe, but it give me a boss vibe. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I boss up, I put this on, I'm bossed up, I'm swagged up, I'm about to go through my thing. If I'm in the gym, just the way the sonics and how the song hit in the gym, bro, it made me want to go hard. So I'll rock with it, man. I really appreciate the single. What kind of feedback are you getting from it?
Man, I've been getting nothing but positive feedback, man. Everybody been kind of like, you know what I'm saying? It's been slowly picking up, but like a lot of my music I like to kind of release organically. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just now like kind of letting my music catch up with the business. You know what I'm saying? Because for a lot of time I would just create and just put out. And like whoever hears it, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't kind of worried about who it got to, but you know what I'm saying? Now it's getting to the right people's hands, and it's definitely been getting good feedback. And I got a lot of that comes from like, you know what I'm saying, a couple of prior projects I did like with my friend Authentic, you know what I'm saying? We had like a big mixtape come out a few years ago, you know what I'm saying? He ended up getting locked up, I got locked up, so it kind of stalled. But yeah, we definitely got a lot of feedback and a lot of attention off of, you know what I'm saying? So shout that out too.
So like, I want to kind of kick it into some origin stuff. I think the big thing that I take pride in here at Mogul Moves Only is allowing people to really fall in love with the artist themselves, get to hear the artist's story, their journey. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the social media world, I feel like it's imperative for the fans to feel like they got a piece of connection with you. You know what I'm saying, in order to, you know, really connect with the artist and help push the artist. So give me a little origin of GuallaMann Slim, like that name.
Man, okay, GuallaMann Slim, actually, because prior to this, I was originally going by Slim Wanna. So I kind of like, you know, I kind of had to like reinvent myself, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So GuallaMann is just another take on like money, man. If you get into the bag, you get into your money. You get into your check, like it don't matter if you working, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be getting to some kind of money, you know what I'm saying? If you do, you kind of got a little GuallaMann in you. But, you know what I'm saying, I just kind of reinvented myself on that last project I just dropped, Welcome to Guala World, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of bringing everybody like into like a walk in my shoes and what goes on in my world, the way I perceive it.
Okay. That's dope. So, but then you also know that Slim Wanna. So
that was prior. Slim Wanna came from, I had a group, shout out Street Mafia, you know what I'm saying, SMB, you know what I'm saying, but I kind of had to change myself again to kind of, you know what I'm saying, kind of reinvent myself from that, you know what I'm saying, because like, depending on what somebody call me, I kind of know where they know me from, you know what I'm saying, because like, if you call me Slim, I might have, you might not know me like that. You know what I'm saying? But if you call me GuallaMann or Slim One or some of these other monikers,
it's more of a personal connection. It's something a little bit okay.
There's levels to it, but you know.
So give us your kind of your upbringing. You know what I'm saying?
Born and bred in Dallas, Texas, man. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, single parent home. You know what I'm saying? Didn't really have much. That's what inspired me to try to get much. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Was a little knucklehead, you know what I'm saying, at one point, but got past that, thank God, you know what I'm saying, and just kind of like I'm a city slicker, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm from Dallas, man. I'm a real Dallas dude, man. You know what I'm saying? You can catch me everywhere, you know what I'm saying? Rudy's, like, you know what I'm saying? Benny's, you know what I'm saying? I'm everywhere and in between.
Okay.
But, you know, like being from Dallas, you know what I'm saying, knowing how to move, like, you know what I'm saying, like especially what's been going on in the city.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You got to move kind of like how you move, and I move on the low.
So
real, though.
I look at it like Dallas, right? And I said this before. Dallas is very territorial.
True.
And you know what I'm saying? You got South Dallas, East Dallas, North Dallas, West Dallas. You got Arlington. You know what I'm saying? Like coming from Detroit, it's the same way in a way. You know what I'm saying? It's mostly East Side, West Side. I mean, you got like some little Southwest or, you know what I'm saying, things of that nature. But really, Detroit is mainly divided East or West. You know what I'm saying? For the most part. Do you feel like when artists, you know what I'm saying, grow or come from the suburbs or grow up in the suburbs, do you feel like that's a handicap to them? Is it fair if it is?
I feel like it used to be, you know what I'm saying? It depends really on what kind of music you're trying to make. Like if you're trying to do some like street stuff and you from like the suburbs, it ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying?
But why, you know what I'm saying? I say why not? Because you know what I'm saying, you got a lot of people who make it to the suburbs, don't mean that their condition has really elevated other than just the neighborhood, but it's some real hood people that left the hood.
True. Yeah, and you know what I'm saying? I can kind of agree. I can see that too, you know what I'm saying? Because that's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Your people get a little money, you move out the hood. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't, nobody like is in the hood and like want to stay in the hood.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So like, you can't fault nobody, people for trying to get them into a better situation. You know what I'm saying? It got to be in you, not on you.
But don't it seem like hip hop, it does fault you?
It does. They kind of shun you for that. You know what I'm saying? But in this day, like with the internet and everything, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, it don't even matter what your background, because a lot of people don't be, you know what I'm saying, you can, like, a person from the suburbs will shoot you just as quick as somebody from the hood probably, you know what I'm saying? So it's like an equal playing field with me. So, you know, it's crazy that hip-hop do that, though, you know what I'm saying? Like, they'll look down on you from where you from.
I tell people all the time, man, if I was a rapper and if I was from, you know what I'm saying, from the suburbs, I'd be going hard. I'd be going so super hard that people would think I was arrogant. Absolutely.
Super cocky.
It's like, y'all niggas in here flashing money, y'all broke. I never seen broke in my life. I came to this world with money. All I knew was money. All I get is money. You know what I'm saying? I came into the world at 3 years. You know, so I'm 3 years old eating filet mignon. Yeah, you know, lobster bisque. You know what I'm saying? I'm on some. That's what I would be on if I was a, you know, some artist from the suburbs. I would be on. And
nobody could knock you for that. You know what I'm saying? Like you spitting it how you live. You know what I'm saying? Like my thing is like authenticity. You know what I'm saying? Like if that's what you come from, like bro, that's what you come from. You know what I'm saying? Tell your story. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling my story of where I derived from and how I came up. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got a story to tell. You can't like knock somebody from like, you know what I'm saying? Like it ain't, you don't choose your family. You just brought into this world. Like you don't know who you gonna get.
That's true. So how important is truth or being real in music?
I take I feel like, you know what I'm saying, I can't talk about it if I ain't lived it or, you know what I'm saying, witnessed it or went through it or something, you know what I'm saying? But not everybody lives by the same like creed, you know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't listen to Pimp C growing up and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? So like, you know what I'm saying, my life and my standards are different than the next man's, but you know what I'm saying, I like to mess with people who like walk it how they talk it, you know what I'm saying? Cause like what you see is what you get with me. Like you don't see me walk around every day, probably shades on high, you know what I'm saying? Like this, what you see is what you get, you know what I'm saying? I like people like the Gucci's and you know what I'm saying? Just people who true to themselves.
I guess my thing is this. Have you ever been a wrestling fan?
Not really.
You've never been like a wrestling fan ever?
Like when the Rock was coming around, like my partner, he was really on it at that time. And so he had everybody kind of in it. But like me personally, like I knew it wasn't like real, so I didn't really get into it. Like
so,
that.
Like what about
more
movies?
Of a sport.
Do you ever watch movies?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
So like, going to a movie, you know 9 times out of well, you know everything in that you see
It's
on the
Hollywood.
screen is fake.
It's Hollywood, yeah.
Even if they're reenacting the story, it's all fake.
Yeah, it's
not real.
embellished to a certain extent.
So why do we put so much emphasis on entertainment being real, like hip hop? Why does it? Because I mean, as you can see, Tekashi showed you, as you know, that old segment on Dave Chappelle when keeping it real goes
wrong. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like, yo, okay, yeah, be real, tell your truth.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's at a point,
line.
it's got to be a fine line where, okay, number one, it's got to be an entertainment element, but number two, you know what I'm saying, like, how do you keep it real without incriminating yourself?
You got to code it up, man. You got to have lingo, but on top of that, you got to graduate too. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's one thing to talk about some stuff and be like currently doing it. Like everything I spit is from like, you know what I'm saying? It's like reflecting like stuff that I've been through, stuff I witnessed, stuff I've seen, stuff I've done. Nothing I'm currently doing, you know what I'm saying? So you got to be able to like come at it from a point like a third person, you know what I'm saying? And talk from it like third person.
Do you feel like hip hop and nowadays, do people really care about the truth? Do the people even care?
Nah. They just want to feel good. You know what I'm saying? People just trying to escape reality these days. You know what I'm saying? Reality is so harsh, you know what I'm saying, of what people be going through. Any little thing to like get your mind off of really what's going on, then you know what I'm saying, you can't knock it. Everybody fighting for attention. You know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying? Like attention seeking.
So like into this hip hop thing and growing up, what was the hardest challenge or the hardest situation you had to overcome?
Me was being my own, like being in my own way, you know what I'm saying? Like having to like let go of like, I guess childish ways, you know what I'm saying? Like when growing up I didn't have nothing. So like once I started like jumped off the porch and like seeing like, I can get something if I do something, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I started doing and being active, you know what I'm saying? But then I seen where being active got me, and that was like sitting, you know what I'm saying, somewhere in Beeville, Texas, you know what I'm saying, hid like a motherfucker. So I seen like I can't keep going down that road either, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So eventually I had to like, you know what I'm saying, find something else to like put my time and effort towards. And I feel like me being a hustler, like it ain't nothing I can, like if I sold that I can do anything, you know what I'm saying? I can sell music, you know what I'm saying? I can sell whatever I put my hands on. So I just had to change my scope and kind of, you know what I'm saying, grow up and get out of my own way.
So I saw like, you know, at one point in time, you had did some time, a little bit of time locked up. How long were you down for?
It was like 18 months.
Okay.
Yeah, when
County
I went to prison. When I went to
Okay.
prison, it was like 18 months. But I was like in and out the county so much, like I can't count it. I was in damn near every county, seemed like in Texas. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. You know what I'm saying?
First day in prison, what was that like?
Man, shocking, bro. It was like, you know what I'm saying?
Was it as bad as people make it seem, or not as bad as people?
I mean, at first, you know what I'm saying, coming from like the free world, and then you go to the county, you like, maybe it'll be kind of like the county, and then you get there, you know what I'm saying, it's your first rodeo, you kind of like, it's kind of like shell shock, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you kind of like, damn, you know what I'm saying, these people like demoralizing me, you know what I'm saying, they strip you, shave you, you know what I'm saying, it was real kind of like an eye-opener, like, damn, I'm no longer in control of my, you know what I'm saying, like, I'm just state property, basically, you know what I'm saying? Like I move when they say move, sleep when they say sleep type thing. You know what I'm saying? So like,
so was the experience, I know prison ain't supposed to be a good experience, but was it made terrible more by the COs or made terrible by more of the other inmates?
Man, you got a heavy mixture of both, but one thing about it, it's just like the streets. So if you know how to move in the streets, then you'll be good. Like if you ain't in there, like, you know what I'm saying, doing no whole ass shit or nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you ain't got nothing to worry about. You know what I'm saying? You just do your time, go to the crib. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people trying to go to the crib, but at first on the unit I was on, it was like, you know what I'm saying, you had like people doing a long time, so people didn't really care, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you kind of had to tread lightly until you kind of knew how to play it and stuff. But, you know, it was definitely an eye-opener. I can't get no money, pussy, or weed in there, so it's not the place for me.
So being in there, can you talk about your charges, what you got bammed up on?
Oh, man. It was a whole bunch of everything, man. I got caught with possession after possession. But you know what I'm saying? Like I said, when I was living that lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? Like I always felt like I was untouchable. I couldn't be touched. You know what I'm saying? And like when they set my ass down, it just showed me I could be touched. You're very accessible, you know? And I, you know what I'm saying? It was just being young, you know what I'm saying? Like I used to not give a fuck. I ain't always cared. So, you know what I'm saying? Growing up.
When you got in there, was there anybody that pulled you aside and gave you like the do's and don'ts in here?
You know what? It was a dude when I was like one of my cellies when I got locked up in San Antonio. You know, so I went from Bexar County, so they shot me even further south to Beeville, Texas.
Okay.
So, you know what I'm saying? When I got out there, it was like a little older dude, you know what I'm saying? He had already did like a stretch before, so, you know what I'm saying? He would kind of gave me like, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? Don't be like taking commissary and whoop-de-whoop, you know what I'm saying? Watch out for the punks. And, you know what I'm saying? Watch out for these, you know what I'm saying? The old niggas, you know what I'm saying? These hoes, you know what I'm saying? Like, he just schooling me on kind of like the etiquette of being locked up, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, being in the county, you still young, wild, fighting, and, you know what I'm saying? But out there, you fuck around, fight the wrong person, and get your throat slit or something. You know what I'm saying?
So you feel like county is worse than prison?
I feel like I don't know. It depends on what county. Actually.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It depends. Like a lot of these counties do be rock and roll. Like Bexar County with rock and roll, Dallas County rock and roll. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Because I hear like sometimes where people say county is worse than prison because prison is more prepared for a long stay. Whereas county,
you don't know what's going. You don't know what's coming. You know what I'm saying? But that's true. Like, you know what I'm saying. But like, I was looking at like as far as doing your time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had to do your time in county. You know what I'm saying? Definitely do it in county.
Okay, no doubt. So, what to you? What's most important in life to GuallaMann son?
Setting a good example for my son, man. Showing him that you can do whatever you put your mind to. You know what I'm saying? Like, being a good role model, you know what I'm saying? Trying to be a light in a world full of darkness type thing. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be a leader instead of a follower. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to, like, you know what I'm saying? Not only educate, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to, like, you know what I'm saying? Set a good example for my son.
Okay. Yeah. So we're going to get into another phase. Like, so you dropped your single On The Low.
Yes,
like,
sir.
give us some of your music influences. Like, some people that you grew up listening to that you feel like have an influence on your music.
Growing up, I would listen to like a lot of Master P, No Limit. Yeah, man, I would bat it from a young age. I had the movies and everything.
Silk the Soccer is trash.
Yeah, he dumpster juice. But P, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
See Murder, True, you know, Mystical, Island, Unpredictable. Like, you know what I'm saying? Growing up, it was like, you know what I'm saying? It was basically like No Limit, UGK, and like, you know what I'm saying, Cash Money there at the end, you know what I'm saying? But me, I listen to a lot of everything. You can catch me listening to like a Nas or a Jay-Z. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm real like big on lyrics and stuff.
What's the weirdest music that people would be shocked that you listen to?
Probably like some like a little bit of rock, I guess. You know what I'm saying? For a minute, I was trying to do a little rap rock type thing. You know what I'm saying? I had a little song called Doughboy. It was like a lot of guitar and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Like, I like to kind of merge the genres. You know what I'm saying? I really like I like to paint pictures how I like to paint them. You know what I'm saying? I don't want people to just classify me as just like straight trap rap or straight, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I'm my own genre type thing. Nigga. This is trap pop.
I feel like for me, man, I'm very eclectic. Yeah. When it comes to music.
Yes, sir.
As y'all can see when we roll to Atlanta.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I put on a little good stuff or, you know what I'm saying, friends in low places.
Your range,
my range is go.
Yeah,
yes, I'm out there.
Range is like Steph Curry with the shot,
you
boy.
Know, hey, man, you know, I like all type of music. I love country. I love blues. I like hip-hop. You know, I like rock. I like classic rock, 80s rock, pop rock. You know, I'm all over the place. So I got this next segment, man. I'm going to call this Keep It On The Low.
Okay. Let's keep that on the low.
I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. You tell me whether or not do we keep it on the low or do we tell, all right?
Okay.
So if GuallaMann Slim was to hit the lottery today, let's say for $1 billion,
ooh,
do you tell the world or do you keep it on the low?
Man, GuallaMann gonna have to keep that on the low because you know how many family members and everybody gonna start crawling out the woodwork.
So you just make it look like rap money. Like,
nah,
man,
I wouldn't even.
Like I'm getting the bag off this music, but you just ain't gonna say.
I probably just disappear from there. I probably buy an entertainment because you probably didn't see. Yeah,
you hit $1 billion.
I'm walking out. Yeah, I'm walking off, man. I'm gonna still have my hands in it, but believe me, I'm going to bigger and better endeavors. I probably have some.
Okay, so if your homie girl was trying to shoot her shot at you, do you tell the homie or do you keep it on the low?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to lace my bro up, man. Especially if he a day one. Like if he just one of these phony homies type thing, then I might have to on the low. But my day ones, nah, we ain't having that, man. You know what I'm saying? We need to get her out the circle.
So you tell him that, but now that nigga mad at you because she said she didn't say it. You don't have no proof that she said it, and they stay together.
Well,
they end up just being together.
Well, hey, you know what I'm saying? To each his own, but hey, I tried to warn you. Like, eventually it's going to reoccur.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He going to like, damn, that nigga GuallaMann was right, bro. I should listen, bro, man. You know what I'm saying? But hey, you know what I'm saying? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink, man.
Facts.
Big
facts.
Give a bitch a brain, can't make him think, goddamn it, you know?
So if you bought a Bentley with 100,000 miles on it, do you share the mileage or just stunt because it's a Bentley and keep the miles on the low?
Yeah, yeah, man, you gotta keep that on dumb on the low. I probably have my little boy picture on there on the cool. They can't even see the miles.
So there you go. If you get in a luxury car and
you
know
see my little boy picture there, that hoe is high mileage.
All right.
It's high mileage.
Next question. If the chain is real, but the diamonds or rubies are fake, do you tell the truth or do you keep it on the low?
You see, it's crazy because when we was in Atlanta, I just, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, through the camera, you can't tell. So, I mean, hey, to each his own. But, I mean, these real diamonds right here is real gold and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but if you knew somebody in that position.
If I knew the nigga who had this shit, if he was flexing like that shit was real, I would expose this shit. Like,
you gonna expose it?
That shit is full. It's not no platinum.
So 2019 here, man.
Yes, sir.
What's up next for GuallaMann Slim? 2019.
Man, 2019, man, it's like nothing but good vibes and bad bitches. You know what I'm saying? A lot more work. I'm gonna drop at the top of the year. Finna drop a EP with my boy from Trill Film, Joe Easy. Shout out Joe Easy. You know what I'm saying? He Trill Film. We got a little EP on the way. I got Guala World Order that's on the way. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be more around May. And then other than that, me and my partner Authentic, we working on some stuff. We stay cooking, you know what I'm saying? Shout out my boy Authentic, man.
Okay.
He just got home not too long ago, you know what I'm saying? That's my day one, man.
Okay. And so for all those who just hearing about GuallaMann Slim, and for those who know about Slim and that's been fans following you, what's some advice out there that you, or something out there that you want to leave for encouragement for them?
For like what? For the youth?
For the youth? Like, I mean, I guess for people who trying to get in the industry, people who following you, who just following their dream.
For like
and their
other
passion.
artists who trying to follow their dream and their passion, I just tell them to stay at it, man, because it's about consistency. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, my OG told me, you know what I'm saying? Like, people like to quit like 5 minutes before their blessing come. You know what I'm saying? Like, with this stuff, it's about endurance. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody how they shine. You know what I'm saying? And when we was in Atlanta, Jay Prince said something about like waves and stuff and like having like a real wave. You know what I'm saying? Like it might take like 10 years for the wave to hit on me. You know what I'm saying? But when that mug hit, it's gonna be like a tidal wave. It ain't gonna be like one of them little where you skip a rock and you see that hoe. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, a little ripple. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? Like they hear it today and then like next year they ain't even like.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't even hear it. You know what I'm saying? So like I pride myself on like building my fortress like on a solid foundation. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it might take me a little bit longer, but like I ain't watered down. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm built for tough or whatever you want to say. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No doubt.
I'm gonna be ready when the time comes. You know what I'm saying? Seasoned. You dig?
And with the song On The Low, again, where can we go stream that song at?
You can go stream it on Spotify, man. Type in On The Low. You got it's on YouTube, On The Low, Apple Music. You know what I'm saying? Go to iTunes, type in On The Low, download that for that 99 cents, and I would so appreciate it. You can find it on SoundCloud, like, you know what I'm saying? It's on all digital streaming platforms.
Okay. And then lastly, man, for social media, how can they locate you on social media again?
If everybody follow me at Instagram at Slim1, that's SLIM, the number 1NA. On Snapchat and all other like Twitter and everything is GuallaMann Slim. That's at GuallaMann Slim, SLIM. And yeah, man, we got a lot of stuff coming in 2019, man. You know what I'm saying? A whole lot more bag shit, man. I'm really in my bag this year.
I see it, man.
Really in my bag.
You and Pluto got some heat coming.
Yes, man. Shout out my boy MCM, man. Linked over with GuallaMann Slim, man. That's my boy Pluto, man. He be having me rolling too, man.
Hey, man.
Y'all boys had me fooled on the last interview, man. For real though.
But I'm definitely inspired by y'all grind, man. Coming back from Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? Y'all cats hit the ground running, bro. Keep that consistency coming up, man. Keep that heat coming, man.
Got to.
You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely a fan. I'm glad I'm privy to hearing a lot of stuff before it's released.
Amen.
But, hey, man, 2019 here. Festival season is here.
Hey, we're gonna turn up a whole nother notch, man.
There we go. Me making Mogul moves only, man.
Yeah, man. We gotta shout you out though, man. Like the city need more people like you, man.
Hey,
Facilitators,
man,
you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like for real though, this dude like behind the scenes, like for real though, you know what I'm saying? Like you only as strong as your team.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? To be able to run across a stand up dude like you know what I'm saying? And be able to, you know what I'm saying, politic with you, man. That's what's up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like we need more of that in the city, you know what I'm saying? Like more unity in the community type thing, you know what I'm saying?
No doubt. And so, man, I appreciate you coming out. Hey, before we get out of here, please go check out On The Low on all your DSPs, digital streaming platforms.
Yes,
check out the
sir.
video. It's on there as well on
Yes,
YouTube.
sir.
Also, make sure, click that subscribe button, man. Just comment, share. He threw something out, and I'm going to see. You want to do the Cash App this week, or you want to
We can do it this week for Christmas.
Okay.
We can do it
so
until the end of the year.
We're going to partner up on this Cash App Friday. And again, man, we gonna get you that bag.
Drop an extra 50 since it's the holiday season.
So
I'm gonna match my boy, man. He in the giving mood, the giving season.
$100.
We're gonna up it to 100, and then start next year, 2019, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be giving away bags. Y'all make sure y'all follow me, man. Repost, share. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I am paying attention, man. Every month we will be dropping a bag on somebody's ass. So
Here we go, man.
you know it's gonna be good.
Easy money.
Might be some designer shit.
Real easy
never know.
money. Real easy
It's just a
gifts.
bag.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So please subscribe. Follow my IG at Big D the Mogul. Well, let me take that back. At Big D_the Mogul. Every, you know what I'm saying, week I'm going to release a question for Cash App Friday, man. A chance for you to make money, but you have to be a subscriber. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes. Please make sure to comment. Please make sure to share. Make sure to rate, man. I'm telling you, I'm bringing you the hottest artists every week, the hottest music. We're going to keep pushing this thing, man. Mogul moves only into 2019 and beyond. I appreciate you again, GuallaMann Slim, coming through, rocking with your boy.
Anytime.
And you know it. And this your boy, Big D the Mogul, a.k.a. Suge Diddy, a.k.a. Big Thanos, a.k.a. Illuminati Jack, a.k.a. Dry Rub Shouty, because I'm good before the drip. You did. And we out. Peace.
Thumb through that paper like magazines. I get to that bed where you mad at me. Outfit honest with a bag on me. Slay your baby mama, that's a tragedy.
Your baby mama.